It's a decision automakers and technology companies say will help put self-driving cars in the fast lane. But consumer watch groups have criticised the loosest set of voluntary safety guidelines unveiled by the Trump administration. Consumers' Union called the new guidelines a clear step backwards for consumer safety. Autonomous vehicle developers, on the other hand, say self-driving cars would dramatically reduce crashes. Early estimates indicate there were more than 40,000 traffic fatalities in the US last year. The government says 94% of crashes involve human error.
We're very interested in technology, but it has to be regulated, and that's what these guidelines want to do. 12 vital safety aspects, safety and design aspects that the manufacturers are giving guidance on.
The US Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao, defended her department's decision to use voluntary guidelines instead of enforceable rules to regulate self-driving cars. She says a flexible approach is best for an emerging technology. The document, called A Vision for Safety 2.0, gives automakers more freedom to test autonomous vehicles, and it pulls back further on government regulation than the guidelines issued last year by the Obama administration.
I think it's a continuation again of the Obama administration's approach, which is just to let the industry develop in its early years and then, wait to see where it goes before they start to regulate it. And the point is that they're looking for the companies to craft their own safety and other strategies, and then to explain them to the government rather than impose particular standards.
Earlier this month, Congress also took action on self-driving legislation. The US House approved a bill that, if passed by the Senate, would create a federal framework for regulating self-driving cars. It would also give companies racing to deploy the technology the ability to scale up more quickly. The so-called Self-Drive Act would allow tech companies, automakers and startups to put as many as 100,000 autonomous vehicles on the road every year by 2020.
You could argue the Trump administration is sitting back, given everything else on its plate, and waiting to see what Congress develops. The real question will be actually a little bit between the House and Senate if something goes through this year. How extensive is it?
There might still be a ways to go before we see fully autonomous cars really hit the road, but it seems that lawmakers and politicians are determined that regulation and guidelines won't cause any speed bumps. Jade Barker, TRT World, New York.